Hello, ladies.
Val Venus.
Yeah. Val Rudy.
Val.
Well, welcome back to another episode.
Been a while.
Been a while.
Yeah, we didn't upload the other one last week because
I did it like twice because it just didn't load.
So we didn't upload 2 weeks ago. We didn't do one last week.
2 weeks.
It's been 2-week hiatus.
2 week hiatus.
This week we're back with another favorites video. Not gonna really do a top, but just do a favorites video.
Favorites.
This week it is our favorite WWE Tag Teams.
Tag team.
You're in.
It's just a tag team. You can't be in it. It's not triple threat. Okay.
Freebird. Freebird rule.
Yeah.
Now you're in.
There.
Freebird rule.
See, now since you're in Rudy, guess what?
You get to start.
You get to start us off.
Okay. I'll start with an early one from WCW days, and that's the Steiner Brothers
I thought
before.
we said WWE Tag Teams.
We did.
WWE and is WCW.
No, it's not WCW. It was a different entity.
I'm out.
Just get the puppy.
Good.
You can't see, but there's a puppy right here.
She's very nervous.
Especially around Rudy.
She's a black Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. So, do you want to tag out?
Good.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to tag out because
Who are you gonna tag? Who are you gonna tag in? We both got our hands
Hot tag! Hot tag!
Hot tag! Go, go, go!
All right. One of my favorite tag teams is the Brothers of Destruction.
oh, son of a bitch.
Just because I loved Undertaker as a kid, I loved Kane as a kid. Who doesn't love either one of those guys? And just put them together, it just worked. Because you could
It
watch
did.
a tag match and they just beat the crap out of everybody. No one was safe. No.
No. You two of the greats of all time, just tag them together.
Kane got put in a lot of weird tag teams too.
He did, like Team Hell No.
Or him,
X-Pac.
and
When they became tag team champions.
or him and RVD as tag team champions.
And that's a nice segue. They dropped their titles to Big Show and Undertaker, who actually weren't as good as Kane and Undertaker. But still, they were scary and dominant.
Poor Kane and Big Show. That was a good tag team. Kane and Big Show was a good tag team too.
All right. Let's get Big Show out of the way. Okay, Jericho
Yeah.
Yes. Because of Jericho's 08 heel run,
and Show Miz. That was a terrible name.
this was terrible.
Yeah.
Alright. Hold out the hands. Who's tagging in next?
Might as well just go with one of the greats of all time, the Dudley Boys. Is there anyone who could say they don't enjoy the Dudley Boys?
No. Because you're stupid if you don't think they're great.
Exactly.
Who doesn't love screaming, get the tables?
Or blah.
It's like they are the late 90s.
Dudleys!
Oh yeah, that's when Bubba Ray used to have the stutter,
Yeah, Dudleys!
and that kind of disappeared after a while.
Mhm.
I remember, I think Rock.
It was
the
like
Rock
when he
made
first
fun
came.
of him.
No, that's because they're like, don't you know where to do it? The Rock's like, it doesn't matter!
Stuff was so much better back then.
I remember that moment. I was laughing.
Just the way he
so
said
hard.
it, he was literally like, if you're listening to something and like a CD just skips where it's like like that or whatever. Rock just did it perfectly.
Oh my god.
Hilarious. Good stuff. Good stuff.
The Dudleys, probably one of the longest tag teams that's been around.
They've been together for like 20 plus years,
Like,
almost
even when they
used
split.
they used to be a big group. They used to have. It wasn't just.
Well, in ECW, they had a whole family. They had Big Dick Dudley, Spike. They had someone else too. And they had a mouthpiece guy who wasn't even a Dudley.
He was just there.
Yeah, Joel something. I forget his name, but he wasn't even a Dudley. He was just there. It's like if Bubba Ray needed someone to do promos for him. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Yep. Dudleys, they might even be my favorite tag team of all time.
They're up there for my favorite of all time.
Because, like, even watching them today, and then watching them like 15 years ago, you're still entertained by everything they do.
Yeah, because they're just great. Because Bubba knows the business. Bubba knows the business and how to make things work. I mean, the guy started a riot. It's you're kind of automatically great if you can start a riot.
So who's next?
I'm gonna say the Outsiders. Hall and Nash, you
Yeah.
know, and I'm not just I mean like WCW like
No, even
they were
just
great
together,
in that. They were good. They were also pretty funny too on the mic. They had a lot of good moments, and like they were kind of inseparable. You know,
they're synonymous together.
yeah, and they were probably the main reason I liked the NWO. It wasn't so much Hogan. Like I liked Hogan.
Well,
but
Hogan wasn't even supposed to be a part of it. Apparently, when they first created the NWO gimmick, Nash was like, "We picked Sting.
yeah.
We wanted Sting," and they were like, "We're gonna give you Hogan." And he's like, "Okay."
And now you mention it, that's why they had like the black and white Sting. But then they're like, oh, let's keep Sting in black and white and say instead of him being NWO, it's like it's his color of how the mood of how he feels because of WCW being overtaken by this new force. So it's like, but
then he joined the Wolfpack, the red NWO.
oh God, you know, as much as I kind of like the Wolfpack as a kid, that was a really bad idea.
Well, that's because they were running out of ideas. There was nothing else to do.
Well, that's what happened.
That's a lot of things that you see like.
Hogan didn't want to lose to anybody.
Well, Hogan was really fucking stubborn.
In general, even before NWO, Hogan
Yeah,
in general was just a
WWF.
stubborn piece of shit. You know?
Yeah.
I can't lose to anyone, brother.
Yeah.
Why do you think Shawn Michaels did that match at SummerSlam and just oversold the crap out of everything?
Oh, brother. Oh my god. But no, you know, the Outsiders. The reason I like the NWO, they're just fun to watch, you know.
Because they had personality. They were like, it was
Exactly.
like them. It was who they are.
And it's like, because when you watch them when they were in WWF, it's, you know, Big Daddy Cool Diesel and Razor Ramon. So it's like, these are two of the biggest guys that one of them could have been a world
It was like
champion.
one of the
and
first
one of
times
them
it was like a big jump, in a sense. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, Macho Man left, but Macho Man was like towards the end of his peak or whatever at that time. Like he still had some, but he was like on the decline. And the same with Hogan. Hogan was on the decline, and who else did they get? Luger was one of the bigger deals for WCW to get one of those guys.
Yeah.
You know, but that was just different. Brett, but that was, you know, different story, circumstance. So, yeah. Rudy B tagging in.
Tag in.
There we go.
Alright, another one of my favorite tag teams. Edge and Christian.
Yes.
You cannot love 90s tag team wrestling without putting them with the Dudleys. Because without the Dudleys, without Edge and Christian, and without the Hardys, we wouldn't have gotten TLC. And that's like a pinnacle in wrestling.
Not to
like,
mention the three of those teams revolutionized like what people thought of tag teams in wrestling.
They expanded tag team wrestling. Like they made tag team they like took tag team wrestling to a new level where like it was cool to be part of a tag team. Like it was worth being part of a tag team. Like now no one gives a fuck.
No.
It doesn't matter. As you can see, WWE has all these tag teams and nobody does anything.
Because it's all about now. It's more so not so much about the tag team. I'm glad like you got Bludgeon Brothers and you know like the New Day. And
they're all there, but they're not as prominent as like tag teams back in the day.
But if you look at the tag teams now, it's like
you're not excited to see them.
No, but if you go back even like a year, there weren't like a tag team. It was two guys from like the mid card or you know the top card that are just.
It wasn't like back in the day, like when Stone Cold and Triple H got paired together.
No.
It was a tag team.
Like a tag team that they established themselves as a tag team instead of like two guys that happened to like.
Well, no, but even still, like look at the tag teams back in the day. The New Age Outlaws, great tag team. You know, the Dudleys, Edge and Christian, the Hardys, Jericho and Benoit for a while. You know, Kane and Undertaker put together, Brothers of Destruction. You know, all these tag teams put together were great.
Tagging myself in. Road Warriors. They're the tag team
They
growing
are
up that got
a
me
big
to
grow-up
enjoy
tag team.
watching tag team wrestling.
Demolition.
I'm in the ring.
I know, but we're...
That sucks to be you.
Demolitions.
Yeah, same thing.
Longest
Another-
running tag team champions.
Yes.
For Untold New
Another
Day.
good tag team. I'm in regardless! I think I scared excited.
You scared one of my dogs.
New Day.
I wasn't going to put New Day. I was going to put Eddie and Chavo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they lied and cheat and steal.
That was the best part! They would lie, cheat, and steal the win, especially with their stuff with Kurt Angle where they stole his medals and then they were going around in the white neighborhood with a lowrider. It was hilarious. Not only that, just together they put on great matches. So, you know, that was good. You know, tag team wrestling back in the day was a lot better than it is now. Like, it was actually something to watch. Like, you could sit there and be like, I don't care about what you think about tag teams.
Like, when you would watch Raw or SmackDown back then, like, you wanted to watch the tag teams come on TV.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, I love this tag team.
Now it's the tag teams come on TV and you're like...
Bathroom. Snacks.
It's like, are they going to throw me a pancake? Probably not. I might as well just go get nachos. It's more or less what happens.
Now they don't establish things anymore.
No, it's
like,
just...
Look, alright, so now we're getting off topic of tag teams and kind of just going off the WWE then versus now.
It was bound to happen.
But yes, exactly. Back then, they established more people as top guys in the company or focal points. Like, yes, back in the day, it was Rock and Hogan, not Rock and Hogan, Rock and Austin were the two guys. But they had viable guys who you could plug in if they weren't there. You had Triple H, you had Mankind, you had Kurt Angle, you had Brock Lesnar, you had Undertaker, you had all these other guys you could plug in who could be the champ.
Yeah.
Now who's the champ? It's the same. Well, Brock Lesnar for 2 years, and
It's more stale right now than it was.
because they haven't put anyone there. They don't give anyone a shot. Like Rollins was champ a while ago, but they booked him like shit. Now I would love if Rollins was
One
champ.
thing I've noticed a lot more is that the wrestlers seem to get hurt a lot more often than we used to see them get hurt back then.
They're on the road a lot more now than back in the day.
I think a lot of them are just tired out. It's a lot more work on the
not
body.
only that, I think wrestlers now are more athletic.
Yeah.
So they're doing more high spots and more high-risk maneuvers
And they
compared
still
to
have
back
the
in the
same
day.
bones.
Yeah, compared to the back in the day where everyone was, you know, different.
Big, strong, kind of just toss each other.
Yeah,
their
toss
own
each other a little
styles.
bit, a lot of holds and a lot of like brawling. Now it's like everyone's doing flip stuff. Everyone's doing high risk maneuvers and different types of moves because it's like, oh, it's boring if we do what we did back in the 90s. We do the same stuff.
But really,
Because you gotta evolve. I don't think it would be. I think it's good to have some of the stuff, but I don't think every single move has to be that. Like, I feel like there needs to be more story building in matches.
Like, if we got a match between two people, like, I'll use Roman Reigns because he could probably wrestle the old style.
Roman Reigns.
Him versus, like, almost any guy in there. Just an old-fashioned type match. It would probably be a good thing to watch.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to skip it like his match with Jinder Mahal.
That's because Jinder's not of quality. Like, back in the day, most of the guys, yeah, you knew who they were, but, like, the guys were kind of more equal. Like, even the mid-card guys with the upper echelon guys were more, like, the same style and able to compete. It was, you were more over because of your character development back in the day. Compared to now, people are over, A, if you draw money, and B, if, like...
Like, I know money was important back then.
But not as it is now.
Yeah, now it's like, oh, you're selling a lot. We got to put you up front and center.
Yeah.
Where back then it's like, he might not sell as much, but
he's getting a pop.
he gets the pop. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's
Like,
what
back in the
needs to
day,
happen.
I bet Ty Dillinger would have had some type of push for a title.
Probably like an IC or a US title, a European title back in the day kind of deal. Yeah.
Rusev would be walking around with a title today.
Yeah.
Rusev be Universal Champion.
Well, they pushed him to the moon to start. He was U.S. champ for a long-ass time before Cena finally beat him.
And, like, that was the point where no one liked the character of Rusev.
Well, yeah, because he was a foreigner, and there was all that shit going on back in the 90s and 2000 and all that stuff. He would be like, I was a foreigner. It's a great deal.
Where now he's over and...
Because now no one cares because of, like, the character development thing. Now it's more along the lines of, like, if you're a good performer, we like you. If you can put on a good match, 9 times out of 10, we like you.
Yeah.
For me. For, like, growing up as a wrestling fan, I used to like it, like, I used to be, like, a typical, like, casual fan. Like, oh, this guy's cool, I like him, you know. But then as you grow up and you kind of learn, like, wow, he's, you know, some people you sit there, you're like, wow, they weren't the greatest of wrestlers. You know, I liked him because he was cool or whatever and stuff like that. But I'm a kid, I'm influential. You know.
That's how I still am.
Well, yeah. But now it's more of, I'm influential, but people, I can realize who's actually good and who's just able to draw my attention because they're funny.
Like Elias when he was coming up, we're like, this character fucking sucks, but he's great.
In the ring, yeah. We said that when he was in NXT. We were like, he needs just a different gimmick.
And all they did was kind of tweak it a little bit.
Yeah, just slightly. But the right tweaking to get it to work. And now he's one of the most over guys in the company.
Oh, I'm alive.
Still that kind of gimmick, like, it's over, but it's not that kind of gimmick you really want to push too far, because it's kind of like, what do we do once he's there?
I think his promos would be even better if he was a champion, not the champ.
I think that's what they're worried about. Like, half the people in the back are like, the promos would be great, but they're like, I could see some of them not being good.
Yeah, but even in his promos where he's, like, kind of screwed up a little bit, he's a quick thinker.
Yes.
Elias is a very quick-witted guy.
He's a very quick thinker.
Yes. Who's able to pick up on things, and especially if he screws up, he's able to fix it on the fly like that. Like, not many guys in the company can do it now.
Fix it on the fly?
Yes.
Who wants to walk with Elias? Jack Swagger.
I do not have a speech impediment.
Team lift.
Oh no.
Is JR their mouthpiece? His Bell's palsy.
Rudy, can you do it?
That's not funny.
You're not even on the team screen.
I know.
He was doing it, so I'm just letting you guys know.
Yes. He was imitating JR.
Okay, back to tag teams.
I'm gonna kill you both one day.
I know one that seems to be left out, which I kind of enjoy, so I'm not going to bring it up, and hopefully you guys do. They were just mentioned at a glimpse.
No.
Still wrestling today in the WWE. Not together, though.
The Hardy Boys?
Yeah. I never liked them.
I liked them as
Growing
a
up
tag
as a
team.
kid, I would see them on TV, I'm like, why are they on my TV?
I liked Matt Hardy.
I
always thought Jeff Hardy
I'm like,
was
the only reason they're here is
He'd be
because...
like, I'm like, what the hell is he doing?
I'm like, they're just here because they're just trying to kill themselves.
They were entertaining,
By wrestling.
and no, if you put them with the right people, yeah, I can see what you mean. If they were with the right people, then yeah, they're entertaining as hell. But if you put them with like other people, it was like,
Like, yeah, I'm not saying, like, watching him jump off the ladder and do the swanton, that was cool. I just didn't like
no,
it.
I wasn't the biggest Hardys fan either. I've always been a Dudley's fan, and you know, I was more of an Edge than a Christian fan, but I did like Christian in a sense.
Yeah, I think a lot.
It was one of those things where like Edge drew more, but Vince didn't like Christian. Like there was the time where Vince tried to put a blue dot over Christian's face on TV because he didn't like him. He didn't like his face.
Because he does have a punchable looking face.
He does. And everyone says he's annoying as hell, especially Edge. She's like, Christian is the most annoying person I've ever met in my life. He's my best friend, but he's so annoying where I want to punch him in the face.
That's how Rudy feels about us. right in the kisser.
Wow, right in the kisser. Wow, right in the kisser.
So do you guys have any other tag teams that you really enjoyed?
DX.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gonna have to throw them in there.
All versions of DX
All
affiliated.
Actually, to be more specific, I mean, unpopular opinion, I really liked their 2006 team when it was just
Sean and Trips.
Yeah.
And they had the rivalry with, Legacy, Spirit Squad, RKO, Team Rated RKO.
That was another team I was going to mention, was Rated RKO. I thought that team was a great put together. That was like an old school thing where just two guys just came together to be a tag team to get a job done and accomplish a goal. And I thought that their promos with DX was great.
Yeah.
I thought that was a great rivalry for the two of them. Plus, it got two guys out of the main event who didn't need to be there at the moment. You know what I mean? It gave them something to do.
Now we can go on a little bit different note, because there's so many tag teams around now. What are some tag teams you want to keep seeing more of, or tag teams you want to see get formed? Like take two superstars and
Put them together in a team.
You can include NXT because you know what their tag teams. Some of them we'll eventually see.
I would like to see AJ Styles and Seth Rollins as a tag team. Highly unlikely, but
I don't think it would be as unlikely as you think, but I could see it happening.
Or Aleister Black and Finn Balor.
Demon Finn?
Well, Vince said he was
weird.
only going to use Finn for a match that he was guaranteed to win.
And Demon, because it's big, you don't want to use it all the time.
Yeah.
But you know if the demon's coming,
Then
the person
you
he's
win.
wrestling
Exactly.
is losing.
It was like in WWE 2K. It was like Finn Balor was 88. Demon Finn was a 96. Huge stat boost.
For me, I want to see Undisputed Era stay Undisputed Era when they move to the main roster. Have all of them be who they are. I think they will be this generation's version of DX.
Not as cartoony
No,
as them,
but more.
but as a faction that's dominant in WWE.
I would even argue NWO. Because they're kind of their own...
They're going to be that version of it for our generation.
Yeah.
Right.
So in like 10 years, you'll be like NWO, DX, Undisputed Era.
Because watch, if they came to the main roster, guys who were formerly in the Bullet Club usually start turning heel and joining the Undisputed Era. And
Or forming something to face Undisputed
Or
Era.
Ring of Honor guys in WWE.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. You know, that's another few people that are big names you can put in one
A lot of
faction.
guys that have
and
coming
take
up
over.
are all the indie guys. So.
Yeah.
But not only that, like, Kevin Owens is, like, best friends with Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish and Roddy and Adam Cole. They're all best friends.
Like you could see Undisputed Era like take it over for the next like 2 years of WWE. And then
But if you split it, see, the thing
then
is,
Kenny
you
Omega
can
makes his return to WWE in 3 years. It's just like, this is mine. This will always be mine. And that's a good way. It would be a good way to start up against Undisputed or make him take over Undisputed.
I mean, you could do a huge club thing too.
Yeah.
You can have Gallows and Anderson with Kenny and Finn part of it and AJ part of it. Just be like, look,
Or you have the club versus
to take over.
the Era.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Old versus new.
Yeah. I mean, hell, they said maybe at some point that the Young Bucks would come in. Maybe they'll come in with Kenny and just be like, we're just going to take over. Plain and simple. You know? But we'll see. The tag team I wish they kind of, like, have done better justice with. They kind of, like, I feel really bad for them. The Club. Gallows and Anderson.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for them because they were so over in Japan. And then they came over and had a big impact when they came over. And just nothing. It just nothing happened. Well, no, because they had all these other tag teams come in at the same exact time. It was like, well, we can't have them lose. We can't have them lose. Gallows and Anderson have been around for a while. They're fine. They don't need to win and all that stuff. They are who they are. They have their own money. They've made money already and all that stuff. I'm like, no.
There's a reason why.
The problem, what people are so annoyed by, it's like WWE, like they're aware of some of these guys and like what they're capable of and what they've done in other brands, and they figure, as you said, like, oh, we don't need to do that. We need to push them. And at the same time, it's like, this is your opportunity to show people who don't watch overseas, who don't watch Ring of Honor, who don't watch any of this, to like,
they're only fans of you. Show them.
It's like, show them what they're capable of.
Why you brought them.
This is why people fucking sweat their balls off when someone from NXT goes to the main roster, because it's a fucking graveyard for some of these guys now. You know, like freaking Sandy showed up their first match on SmackDown, they fucking lose. It's like, come on. Like, seriously, come on. And now they're in a feud with the New Day, and I don't know. It's a good idea, but I feel like Sandy's going to be another one of those fucking things they brought over just to freaking...
It was like an AOP. What has AOP done since coming up? They were like the most dominant tag team since, like, the Ascension.
Asuka, you know?
Dominant, yeah. Asuka, too, but that, you know...
One thing I could see Undisputed having an advantage of, they have their singles competitor to carry them.
They do. And even if they split, Kyle O'Reilly can be a singles guy. Like, Roddy can be a singles guy. The only one who can't be a singles guy is, like, Bobby Fish. I mean, he can, but he's not world title caliber.
He'll be the one who will hold
mid-Carter.
One of the tag titles with Kyle O'Reilly. And then hold it with...
I think Kyle O'Reilly and
Roderick
Fish together are a better entity than them separate. Like, even Kyle separate and as a singles guy, yeah, he's popular, he's over, and everything, but I think he's more powerful with Fish and him as a tag team doing Red Dragon. Them together are such a good tag team, and their chemistry is great, and their ring IQ together is great. I think would be better. Roddy can be a singles guy. Roddy's been a singles guy before. He doesn't need to be in a tag team. It's the same as Adam Cole. Adam Cole is that chicken shit heel. He's like the Miz in a sense, but kind of a better wrestler.
Yeah.
Better wrestler, but the same style promos and like cockiness as the Miz. Like that chicken shit, like, God, I hope you get your ass kicked.
But please don't, I like you.
But please don't, because you're great and I love you. Exactly.
What else? Nothing else really down there.
There's not much you can do. Like, we have...
There's way too many big man tag teams.
There's just too many tag teams in general. We don't need Slater and Rhino anymore.
No.
Like,
New Day could be breaking up at some point.
New Day at some point. I mean, but it's still so over. New Day is still over. Maybe not as over as they were back then, but they still draw.
Yeah, they definitely feel like one of those factions that's just gonna stick together for as long as they can.
Like, even if they go their separate ways, they could still come back at any time.
Go 2 years on their own, and then all of a sudden,
they need a fourth black guy. I think. They need a fourth.
Really, if they split, what is there for Kofi to do after it? What is there?
Kofi could be a mid-Carter on his own.
Xavier.
Big E could be that one who just scratching the surface of trying to be a main event guy or whatever. Xavier, I think, is better suited as the manager. Like, he's capable in the ring, but because of his size, manager. His mouth is what makes money for him. I would totally just stick him as a manager, let him be a mouthpiece, and all that. That's what I would leave at. Another tag team I think that got a shit route was
the Revival.
Yes, but I think they're on their way because they beat Reigns and Bobby Lashley. That's kind of a big deal. The Revival. That's another one. No, another one is the Wyatt family.
Yeah.
How did they never win a tag title together?
How did they never win a match?
No, when they first came up, they were dominant. They were beating people left and right. They beat the Shield.
If they ever do remake the Wyatt family, I think they should keep Harper and Rowan as the Bludgeon Brothers, and just say
like that style.
No, they're still the attire. They're still the Bludgeon Brothers. They still carry the hammers, but they're with Bray Wyatt.
Or just be like, we never needed you, Bray. We are still family, but
something like that. Just don't put Braun Strowman back in it. Don't put Braun back in it.
But you need to stop hugging Matt Hardy. That's very disturbing.
Yes.
Sister Abigail will
I
not be happy.
I feel that hasn't worked out either. I don't know. I'm still.
Bray was just in the car accident, so.
That was his own fault.
And he had a couple minor injuries, so who knows what's going on with that.
Shinsuke, like me, got bit by Junkyard Dog too.
Yep.
He's doing fine, by the way. He says we will get the revenge and that. Oh, sorry, I don't speak English. I was like, oh, okay, we'll get that dog.
He just wants to eat the dog. Shinsuke, not you.
Nah, I'd eat the dog too. It's bad.
Let's try.
I thought that was cat.
Yes.
Same thing.
Both. My dog ate my homework.
It's back alley me. Let's just go with that.
Yeah.
My dog ate my Shinsuke.
Yeah, that's it. No, now I think there's too many tag teams. In my opinion.
There's too many for how they use them. Just
here, I got a tag team for you. Sting and RoboCop.
Oh,
was it Vince McMahon and God?
Yeah. Vince McMahon and God.
No, what was it? No, but what happened to the bar? Where have they been? I hadn't seen them in like months.
Doing Sheamus and Cesaro stuff somewhere else.
Last I saw was they lost to.
They're coming to SmackDown. They lost
to the Fashion Police,
and that was months ago.
Yep.
They were very upset by that, and they just decided.
Unless they gave him time off. I know Sheamus was having. Well, Sheamus had the spinal stenosis, so maybe they gave him time off, and then they're like, Cesaro, just take a little off too. We know you get some minor injuries here and there. Take a break.
Maybe use a little less tape when you come back.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, dude. I mean, I feel bad because Sheamus had his career. Sheamus is basically towards the end anyway. He even said it.
Cesaro's more suited for the indie scene.
Cesaro would be perfect to be the face of the company as world champion. He's a great wrestler. He's got the look, even as a baldish guy. You know, he can speak 5 different languages, so it's not like you need to pay for an interpreter if he's champion overseas. You already got a guy who relates, and his promos aren't bad. I feel like all these scripted promos that guys get puts him in bad situations.
He's got flip thigh board.
He has the braces now.
Maybe they came off. Maybe that's why he's missing. Maybe they're getting him taken off.
He takes them off.
Every now and then. He wears a mouth guard though.
He has his own like show on Up Down Down where he plays Clash Royale, and when he talks, he doesn't have him in.
Invisalign.
Huh? Yeah. I think it's like a mouth guard in a sense.
Because I just saw a
I know there are times where he has them. Yeah.
He has to wear like something now because that was like one of the worst accidents ever.
Yeah, it was really close to
being. He did to himself too.
I know. That was even the worst part.
He's just like,
oh fuck.
Shit.
Because he didn't get knocked out, they got pushed off. That was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad.
I mean, that's pretty much what we got on tag teams.
Just did on tag teams.
Sure, we can probably keep going on tag teams.
We're going to go on tag teams for a while. Enzo and Ken.
That was a good joke.
Anyway, happy Rusev Day.
Happy Rusev Day.
Happy Rusev Day.
See you all soon.